Hey YouTube subscribers, today I will be doing the best DS RPG out of my DS collection. So let's just get right to it. This will be like my PSP video. The nominees are The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, made by Nintendo. Good adventure game. I know people think, oh, it's not an RPG, but to me, it's an RPG. You level up. It's an adventure game with RPG elements, and it's just fantastic. Chrono Trigger, a remake by Square Enix of their original Super Nintendo. No, not on the PS1. It was originally on the Super Nintendo, and I just beat it last night. Great story. I looked up all the endings. I got the basic ending where, spoilers, but Chrono and she has like 4 names, but whatever. And the main female lead get married. So I guess that's like the original A ending, I guess. The remake of Final Fantasy IV for the DS. Good remake. It's basically remade on hard mode, so if you're not looking to do like a 60, 100 hour RPG, go and find the Game Boy Advance version, because that's the remake of like easy/medium mode. Final Fantasy III, this is the first time we've seen the official Final Fantasy III in North America. I was so stoked in 8th grade for this game when it came out. Like, I got it, and I got the guidebook and everything, and it took me like a year and a half to beat because I kept getting other DS games I wanted to play. Great traditional RPG. That's Active Time Battle, and that's Active Time Battle. Sorry, forgot that part. Next is Pokemon Diamond. It's a Pokemon game. Basically, is there anything you'd say now? It has Wi-Fi. Sonic Chronicles of the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, made by Sega. Not one of their best RPGs, but still okay if you're looking for something, quick and dirty. Has innovative battle system, but didn't expand on it. The World Ends With You. Oh my gosh, I got this game. Hearing good stuff about it, but when I picked it up, I beat this game in like a week and a half. Man, it was so good. I'd stay up late at night on like school nights and play it. Oh my goodness, best. I think if I had to do a 2008, because this is best RPG in my DS collection, but 2008, this would be portable game of the year for me. That doesn't influence anything that will happen today for this these awards. And then last is Rhapsody Musical Adventure. This is kind of like first quirky DS RPG. You can see my preview of it on my channel. Really good turn-based. You're this girl and Cornet, and basically you're the only human PC player character that's like in your party. The rest are puppets, and you have the power to control and talk with puppets. It's really cool, and like there are different puppet sets. Like, I don't know if you can see very well, but these two puppets right here and here are from the same kind of like family tree. Each family tree of puppets is 3 puppets. So yeah, it's a really good game. It's one of the next DS RPGs I'm looking to kind of like go all hardcore on and beat. So getting to the nominees for the first round. Move these all out of the way. Let's actually switch out these two. Alright. So for the first round, we've got Zelda the Phantom Hourglass, Chrono Trigger, Sonic Chronicles of the Dark Brotherhood, and Final Fantasy III. Alright. Let's just kind of go over each one. I've already said, well, I already went over them, so it doesn't matter. Sorry, I'm kind of scattered today. I plan on this, and now I think I kind of messed it up. But whatever. Yeah. So let's split these up, kind of like semi-tournament. So Sonic Chronicles versus Final Fantasy III, both good games. More hardcore, more for like 12-year-olds. I'm really sad to say that Sonic has become something like kind of like the butt end of everybody's jokes in the gaming community. I know people like on YouTube, like Pete Dora, love Sonic, but really Sonic, I think if they just made Sonic how it used to be in the Genesis days, it'd be really good. But yeah, Sonic RPG, sorry, gotta go with the classics. They're the best. But I like what they did with their battle system and special attacks and stuff. If they could expanded on that, made it better, it would have probably gotten farther. Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass and Chrono Trigger. Phantom Hourglass is really fun. I kind of picked it up, put it down, picked it up, put it down, so I got it in bits. So to me, it was really fun. Chrono Trigger remake, pretty good. They could have done a full overhaul remake. I think they just kind of like, oh well, we need to revamp the Chrono series, so they just kind of took everything and was like, oh, let's add in like 2 new dungeons, a new ending, and be done with it. So I think what I have to go with here is, sorry, Chrono Trigger. I know people are gonna flame me for that, but it's a remake. It won its awards and accolades back when it was a PS1 game and a Super Nintendo game. I really have to, for this, it's kind of hard because they're 2 of my favorite franchises going up against each other, and it's really hard to pick one, but I really think that Final Fantasy 3 is kind of out of it, and Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, it's basically the portable Zelda everybody wanted, whereas this was kind of, it was an overhaul remake where they redid the graphics and everything, but I just felt like that Square just tossed it at North America and said, oh yeah, here's the only Final Fantasy we haven't given you, so have a good day. And they said they made the story more in depth. Well, it's like the first 20 minutes is just that, and then it's their original story but with better graphics. So let's move this over here. Pokemon Diamond and Final Fantasy IV. Pokemon, Final Fantasy, still 2 very good franchises. It's just, Pokemon, like, I was looking at a lot of these Pokemon, and I could see where the new ones got their influences from. It just looked like they took old Pokemon, drew new faces on, gave them new names, so whatever. Final Fantasy IV, really good game. Like I said before, get the Game Boy Advance version if you just want to get the story and not take too long with it. This is for people who love the game and just, want to replay it again for like the 4th time since the Super Nintendo. But yeah, this is like the hard mode version, and I'm gonna grab the Game Boy Advance game. And this is what the Game Boy Advance case looks like. So, yeah, this is basically remake on easy mode, remake on hard mode. So I think what's gonna win is Final Fantasy IV. World Ends With You and Rhapsody, a musical adventure. It's really hard to go with, but I think, the World Ends With You, is just completely better with the active time battle and what you do with your stylus and stuff. Really good battle system with the pins and everything. It's just great. Like, if someone was getting a DS and wanted to get like 3 games, I would really recommend Phantom Hourglass, Final Fantasy IV, and The World Ends With You. Rhapsody is for more the person who's like, oh, this is a cool, weird, kind of off the wall looking game, I'll pick that up. But World Ends With You. Coming down to The World Ends With You versus Final Fantasy IV. Remake, original IP. If you've seen my other videos, I go with the original IPs more because they're not reused, recycled, and that's how I'm going to do it again today. Sorry, Final Fantasy IV, good game, but just can't pick it. So it's come down to it. Phantom Hourglass, World Ends With You. I've said all I needed to say. It's come down to it. It's kind of hard to pick, but I have to go with The World Ends With You. Great game, great battle system. I'm running out of time here, so just pick it up if you're gonna get a DS. It's a great RPG. I hope they make A World Ends With You 2, or kind of a spiritual sequel of this game. It's really great.